Hey, yo, what is good, my legendary beast? It is your boy Nate. It is officially 9:54 a.m. And currently I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety because of the fact that I took my medication and I forgot that I took my medication and then drank some coffee afterwards. So I'm a little bit jittery right now, but you know what? Fuck it, we ball. And today the first thing we do is dive straight into the headlines. If there was anybody that has this fucking New York City election in the fucking bag, it's Zohran Mamdani. The way that he was just eating that motherfucker Cuomo up on that goddamn stage, lobbing him fucking loaded ass questions every fucking 30 seconds, just throwing shots, is fucking devastating, bro. I genuinely enjoy Zohran Mamdani because he is one of the political candidates that I've actually been excited about in the last couple of years recently. He inspires that feeling of Obama-level hope, you know? That we're better than our animalistic instincts and fucking hive mind mentalities and caveman thinking. That we can actually evolve beyond the fucking mindset of thinking just in binary switches of good versus bad. That we can actually have nuanced discussions about things and actually engage in debate and conversation and actually talk to people on the merit of their ideas instead of on ideas that are abstract or social constructs like race, gender, or religion or things like that. Because I genuinely don't give a damn what his religion is. My vote is going to be cast for him because of the fact that he's said a lot of shit that I agree with politically. Now, if there was ever a New York City candidate for governor or mayor that actually made it so that the SAFE Act would be repealed, then my boner would be in the fucking equation because that SAFE Act is so goddamn stupid. I swear to you, if it wasn't for the SAFE Act, I would actually buy property in New York City and still live here because, if anything, this is the best fucking area for me to live in. Being a person of color, married to a person of color, and also being both liberals. It's not really going to be faring well for me out in banjo country when I'm going into the middle of fucking town with my black ass wearing a do-rag talking about some, hey, do you guys have some matcha lattes here? And the amount of sundown towns that I don't know exist is so fucking concerning. And this has actually been something that me and my wife have been thinking about for the longest time. So actually this quaintly rolls into the next thing that's been on my mind for the past couple of months, weeks, and possibly years, the Real Talk segment. And the fact of the matter is, even though I'm a liberal, I genuinely really respect gun laws and gun ownership and gun rights. Not because I'm a fucking yeehaw-toting goddamn American gun nut that wants to fucking be the next Columbine person or whatever the fuck. I don't believe in that shit. That is fucking nuts. And anybody that wants to harm massive amounts of people with fucking guns is a goddamn nut. And they were a fucking nut before the goddamn gun, and they were gonna do that beforehand anyway if it was a bomb or a fucking machete or a goddamn pipe that they fucking ripped off of the side of the wall. It's just that the gun makes it easier. So I understand 100% why people would want to have these kind of things regulated and fucking make it so that it's not as easy for nutcases to get them. But at the same time, why the hell would I want to be in the country that is known for having racist nut jobs walking around, lynching people on a constant daily basis, and sundown towns where literally the motto is don't let the sun go down when you're in here for any like POC or minority, and I'm willing to buy property in any of these states, and you're telling me I can't have a fucking gun to defend myself in case one of these goddamn neighboring states decides to get fucking gung-ho and decide, you know what, we're gonna take that fucking Mamdani bastard out ourselves, and then start fucking storming over here like they did in January, like they did to the fucking Capitol building in January 6th, but instead they're just like, hey, we gotta fucking cleanse the liberal fucking states of all their goddamn woke agendas and transgender dick sucking, yippity-da-doo, yeah-ha. Like, I know not every conservative person is like that. I know that not every Republican is like that. There are multiple Republicans that are just normal, everyday people. But we gotta admit, the crazy people on either one of our sides, one of them is dangerous. The crazy people on the left, on the liberal left, okay, on the liberal far left, they're saying healthcare for all, the government sucks dick, and fucking kill all racists, that type of shit, and like kill all fascists and stuff like that. And I don't condone violence because legally I cannot condone violence. And all that other lovely, jubbly, jazzy shit. I'm gonna fucking add a big ass bleep to that entire clip. So just so I can see in the wavelength where the fuck I need to add that censor bar in. So I'm not gonna fucking tell you what I said in that moment. So I don't condone like the most crazy people in those parts of like the liberal left are going to be like, hey, we should be feeding everybody, we should be housing everybody for free. And the crazy people on the right, I hate the niggers, Jews, faggots, and gays. I hate like what the fuck, man? That is a stark contrast. Like going from let everything be free and let gay people marry and let people chop their wiener off if they want to, or turn the turn the outie into an innie. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. Let love be love, peace and positivity. Everybody just go on, do what you want to do and mind your own fucking business. Versus hang them niggers high. What the fuck, bro? We can obviously agree that one of these people is not like the other. The other side is fucking crazy. We're not saying that everybody like that is like that. We're not saying everybody like that is like that. Like everybody on that side. We're not saying everybody on that side is like that. But at the same time, you got to be socially aware of the company that is on that side. You can't just fucking gaslight people and be like, okay, that doesn't exist. Those people just don't exist. Like, that doesn't exist. Fuck that. Like no, those people do exist and those people are out there, and I'm not going to feel comfortable being like myself or just doing the things that I want to do on an average daily basis when they're like people like that are out there. So my thing is, we as liberals need to understand the fact that there are people on the right that actively oppose the existence of individual groups. And that is not a difference in opinion. That is an active threat. And my ability to own a firearm protects me from being victimized by these individuals. And being in these liberal states means that I do not have the ability to protect myself. So things like the SAFE Act, which bans certain gun attachments and shit like that, or at the very least makes it extremely difficult to get like to own a firearm legally in New York City or New York State, or like even any other state like Maryland or stuff like that. That's the basis of this conversation. We don't know what state to move to that is person of color friendly, liberal, and also gun friendly, because that is the problem that we're coming to when we're at this fucking apex roads. Because if I want to have a fucking house in New York State, I'm going to have to fucking comply with the SAFE Act, right? And if I have to comply with the SAFE Act, that means that I'm going to have to fucking have a AR-15 with a fucking pinned magazine, dude. A pinned magazine means you can't fucking take the magazine out of the rifle, and you have to fucking it basically becomes a break action, and now you have to fucking open the damn, and now you have to fucking lift the lower receiver off of the fucking housing of the rifle itself. Like, you have to lift the upper and lower in order to even load any more ammunition into the fucking gun itself, which makes it incredibly unfair for anybody that actually wants to defend their home, and it makes it incredibly unfair for anybody that is a law-abiding citizen that has not done anything wrong, going up against somebody who is trying to violate the law, who has these kind of things like fucking switches and shit. Like, that's not fair. Like, that is absolutely not fair. And the gun, I believe, is the great equalizer to make it so that, that you can't have violence enacted upon you without a fight being ensued. So it makes it more of a risk for the person that's trying to attack you and they'll leave you the fuck alone. 90% of people that actually have a gun don't even need to use it. It's just the presence and the ability to use it that actually de-escalates situations in the first place, actually. So it's not that I want to be a gun-toting fucking nut job. It's the fact that I know what situation that I am in and what situation my wife is in, us living in the United States, being people of color. I'm not ignorant to that fact. And the only thing that I would be able to buy if I was staying in New York City would be a featureless rifle. And even sometimes featureless rifles don't even have, and sometimes even featureless rifles are just fucking outright banned, not because of the fact that they have that they actually can pose a danger to the user or can harm massive amounts of people, but simply due to the fact that it makes it easier to use. Like, for example, the fucking grip of the grip of an AR-15 or a rifle cannot be a pistol grip, meaning it would have to have the fucking compliance grip, fucking grip, so your thumb can't wrap around the fucking grip. Now, the way you can actually simulate that to see how fucking uncomfortable that would be to even use or wield, take something like I don't know, take something that fits in the palm of your hand, like your TV remote or something like that. Take your TV remote, right? Or some kind of thing that fits in the palm of your hand, right? And now, once that thing is in the palm of your hand and you have your thumb wrapped around it, take a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper that is about 3 inches thick and then put that in between your palm and your thumb, blocking off your thumb from wrapping around the goddamn thing. How the fuck are you able to get a goddamn good purchase on the actual gun and actually shoot accurately if that is something that's in your fucking way? That is not something that is good. That's not cool. And honestly, let me not use the word cool in that sense, because I'm not even worried about aesthetics or looking cool. I'm worried about the functionality, because what if the recoil makes it so that I fucking drop the thing and it misfires and I accidentally tag somebody's fucking dog? Like that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Laws like these are initiated by fucking politicians that don't actually understand what the people of their states actually need in order to keep them safe. And the fucking messed up part is the ironic part is most of these laws in these liberal states origins are from racist ass fucking means, because shit like the SAFE Act, shit like the fucking magazine ban and all that other shit, those were done because of the fucking Black Panther movement. And I know this is becoming a fucking TED Talk with all the politics shit, but I promise you this was a long time coming. I just needed to vent this shit because I really, really want to find a state that's POC friendly, that's liberal leaning, and also is respectful of my Second Amendment rights, because I'm a person of color and I definitely need a way to protect myself if shit goes left, because I do not trust the far right people like Nick Fuentes and the rest of those motherfuckers. Again, I do not support violence at all. All right, let's not conflate shit. All right, the earlier fucking sentence was a joke. That's why I was saying that I was going to cut it out. But honestly, let's keep that in, because hey, it's an evolving conversation and we need to have this open dialogue so we can understand where everybody's heads are at. Oh my God, that was fucking hard to talk because my throat fucking hurts. That was a whole lot of yapping about a fucking political topic that is very heated, and that was a lot of spit that I just fucking put into the goddamn microphone. Goddamn. But let's shift into something that's a little bit more lighthearted and something that's a little bit more easy to a little bit more easy to talk about for the majority of people. Let's talk about my drawing journey. Now, I've actually been keeping up with the routine and regimen that I've actually set forth for myself in the cycles that I've actually wanted to do. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to extend the cycles into another week, because I'm going to have to start building up line confidence in order to stop doing that whole chicken scratch shit that you guys saw me do in the previous video. Of the previous yapping video. I'm gonna need to stop doing that whole chicken scratch shit. So the best way that I know how to do that is to actually build up line confidence. And I actually did ask one of my artist friends on TikTok how I actually can build up line confidence, and they said, yeah, just draw circles and draw like curves and shit like that, but just don't scratch it. Just draw it straight out. Just follow through with the lines and basically trace stuff like that every day so you can build up the fluidity of movement and start getting used to using your shoulder and your wrist and your shoulder and the whole motion of your arm in order to build up the adaptive movement and the necessary muscle memory in order to actually make it so that you can draw precisely and fluidly. Because what I usually do is I don't have the line confidence to not scratch a bunch of shit. I like to scratch a bunch of like fucking lines on the page and it looks like a bunch of fucking shit. So that's one thing that I need to do, as well as learning basic shapes and geometry and drawing like perspective and shading. Blending colors, I'm still working on that. I really do need to find out a better way to blend colors, because there has to be a better way than just using the fucking paint drop tool and then just recoloring that with like a lower opacity every fucking 12 seconds and then just like quick swapping between that and then back to the fucking pen and then back to the fucking dropper and then back to the pen and back to the dropper and then back to the pen and back to the dropper and then back to the pen and over and over and over again until the fucking heat death of the goddamn universe. because even doing that shit makes it so that the lines look like they're choppy. It makes it look like it's fucking split up into a bunch of different fucking lines. It still makes it look like lines are just being individually drawn onto a goddamn canvas instead of it looking like it's a gradient from one color to the next. It doesn't look like it's gradient, like it's a gradient. It just looks like it's a fucking, it just looks like bullshit. It just looks like bullshit. So I need to figure out how to actually gradient regardless of the software that I'm using, because I can be using Photoshop one day and the next day I want to use Paint Tool Sci. So realistically, I need to learn how to blend colors regardless of what fucking program that I'm using. So that's a process that I'm still trying to figure out. But hey, if it's a process, that means I can take you guys along for the journey, and I'm glad that you guys are along with me on this journey. So tell me how you guys are doing and what stage are you guys at in your drawing journey. And even draw something and leave it down in the fucking Discord server, which you can join at sauceclan.com. sauceclan2ns.com. Yes, I did a shameless plug. Sue me. The next thing that I'm working on is my consistency when it comes to education and GED practice. Now, my GED practice is actually getting, I would say, fairly decent. It's just the fact that PEMDAS is still a fucking issue for me due to the fact that I get confused on what to do first in the order of operations. I know it's, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, it's parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. I think that literally, my problem is I take shit literally. My autism makes me take shit literally. So I literally think you gotta do things in this order every single time. So if you go into the parentheses and you see another set of parentheses in those parentheses, you go to those parentheses and you do that one. And if you see an exponent in those parentheses, you got to do the exponent in those parentheses. If you have multiplication in those parentheses, you got to do the multiplication, then the division, then the addition, then the subtraction. And then once you do that and you get out of the parentheses, then you do it again. See if there's any parentheses. If there's no parentheses, then you move on to the exponents. And then if there's no exponents, then you move on to the multiplication. If there's no multiplication, then you move on to the division. If there's no division, then you move on to the addition. If there's no addition, then you move on to subtraction. But the problem is, I was thinking that the division happens first, regardless of if it's left to right. Now, the thing that I basically just understood now, like not now, but like the thing that took me a minute to catch up on was the fact that you still got to do the math from left to right, like you're reading in English. No matter what, the equation still has to be done left to right. So once you're done with the parentheses, the equation still needs to be done left to right. So PEMDAS only applies if you're doing the equation from left to right. If you're done with all the shit that you're supposed to do first, like solving for the exponents, doing the parentheses, doing the parentheses and shit like that. The exponents and parentheses are the only things that actually take priority and things that you can actually skip into. Other things you got to do it left to right. If that's how it is, then that makes sense. But I guess it was a struggle for me because I take things literally. And if you say that this is like the step-by-step plan on how you're supposed to do it, then I'm going to follow that step-by-step plan in the way that it is explained. And if you use an acronym like PEMDAS, I'm going to think that, okay, these are the steps in order to solve the fucking equation. Like, they should really change the way that they're ordering this and say, okay, they should say, okay, this is PEMDAS. I'm trying to find a way to add left to right into the words so it can actually be more conducive to people that take things literally like me, but you know, it's besides the point. Yeah, that's the main thing that was tripping me up, but now that I got how PEMDAS works, I got how long division works, now I need to figure out numerals. What the fuck, like, I'm trying to remember what the fuck is it called. It's like, now I need, like, how to convert fractions, that shit, like how to convert a decimal point into a percentage, and how to convert it back into a decimal point, and how to convert a decimal point into a fraction, because there's a bunch of shit that's going to need me to do that in the fucking exam on the GED test. And the next part that I'm going to get into, like, once I get that shit solved and get that shit figured out, I'm then going to have to finally start touching the graph calculator and the graphing shit. And I fucking hate the fact that that's in our fucking arithmetic. That's in our fucking curriculum. I hate the fact that that's in the American curriculum. I hate that shit. I fucking hate graphing. I hate that shit with a burning fucking passion. I hate it so goddamn much. It annoys the shit out of me because it's so fucking confusing. And you would think that I would like precision and being exact and knowing where to plot points on a fucking graph. But it's not that. It's, I don't know. It just feels, it feels like a bigger task than it actually is. It feels like a monument that I cannot climb, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of the first step. The mountain doesn't get bigger. The mountain isn't insurmountable. It's just that I am looking at it from the perspective of the first step. I can't look at things from the perspective of just starting, because then if I look at it from the perspective of just starting, then it will become bigger than it actually is, and it'll become insurmountable. So I think I need to readjust my mindset in order to make it so that I actually can be more comfortable with taking on tasks that are more complicated in my own perception, but go into it with confidence that I can actually do it. Not arrogance, but confidence. And another thing that's actually been bothering me for the longest time is I've actually been unfortunately slacking when it comes to the quality of the content that I actually want to produce in the first place. So, for example, the video that I uploaded yesterday was actually a clip from the video that I was planning on uploading in the first place to YouTube Shorts. But the problem is, when I actually decided to upload the video in the first place, when I wanted to work on the video, while I was working on the video, it basically felt like I wouldn't have enough time to actually get the video done in the first place. So the problem became finding something to upload in time to meet my 3 p.m. deadline. Because even though I don't ride trends, I still want to be consistent with my upload schedule so people can know what times to actually expect the videos to come out from me. So I think I should have a backlog of different content for different occasions, and I'm actually in the process of working on that. And there's actually something that I want to announce starting next week that I'm going to be doing going forward. But at the same time, I want to pace myself in order to make sure that I'm actually doing this properly, not rushing it, not rushing myself, not doing something too rash, and making sure that I'm actually taking my time, making sure that it's coming out proper and good. But all I will say is that we will be learning more about ourselves during this entire journey. I'm going to be working on my writing skills. I'm going to be working on myself and working on becoming a better content creator, because for some reason I feel in my giblets that this is going to be the year that I take off. Within the next 2 months, I feel like I'm going to be fully able to monetize everything. The consistent monetization is going to be there, and I'm going to be able to make a living off of this, and I won't have to worry about bills for a little while longer. That's the dream. That is the dream. That is the dream. And it's going to be the reality, because I'm going to work hard to make sure that I'm worth the monetization and make sure that I'm worth your watch time. Oh, my God. But even then, I'm still going to do this because I think it's fun. I know I said I drank coffee earlier, and that is actually coming to bite me in the ass right now because I have to take the meanest... And I'm back. And in terms of content, actually, I wanted to talk about something that I actually got a comment about yesterday that I wanted to address right now. It's not something serious. It's basically something that's just been gnawing at the back of my head. Not really because, I'm insecure about this type of thing or some shit like that, but honestly, no. It's because it was pointed out, and now it's like one of those things where you say it once, and now you can't stop noticing it, you know? So somebody in the comments of my last yapping video said I say the word fuck a lot. Now, the thing about me is I do say the word fuck a lot, right? But the thing is, the reason why I say the word fuck a lot is because I'm from New York, dude. I say the word fuck as an adjective, honestly, because that's how most New Yorkers use the word fuck. Actually, no, it's like a pause. It's like a pause break, actually. So if you were saying okay, boom. If you want a perfect way to summarize how a New Yorker uses the word fuck or most expletives, like fucking or basically, yeah, like that. So just take the word and replace it with the word fucking, and that's basically how we use the word fucking in New York City. So, yeah, it's not really like a thing that we do on purpose. It's just like something that happens naturally of you living here for so goddamn long. You eventually start doing it without thinking about it. And it's not really like a thing where it's like, and that's why I hate like people thinking that swearing is a denotion of intelligence, because realistically it's not. It's just a difference in dialect, and it's not really the words that you're saying that matter. It's how it's not really the words. It's not okay. How it's not what you're it's not boom. It's not how you say something. It's what you're saying in itself that actually makes the contents of what should be cared about when you're talking. So just because I say the word fuck sometimes doesn't really mean that it makes my point that much lesser. It just means that I have a different way of speaking than most other people. Doesn't mean I'm better or lesser than anybody else just because I have a different way of speaking, which irritates the shit out of me, because it's just like, oh, people want to believe that they're fucking superior to someone else just because of the way that they talk, or just because of something that isn't really fucking like notable. Like, it's not like you're not special just because you use big fancy words, because I can fucking turn off that shit in a moment's notice. It's just the fact that the way that I naturally speak is more conducive to casually cursing. So it's not a denotion of my intelligence just because I do that. It's just how I naturally talk. And we kind of got to stop policing ourselves we got to stop policing ourselves and making it so that we have to live up to some kind of fucking expectation of somebody that we don't even fucking think about or know that fucking exists, dude. Like, society is what we make it to be, realistically, and we don't have to fucking conform to what people think is proper forms of speech by societal standpoints. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but like, you basically get the heart of what I'm saying. How I say something doesn't matter as much as what I'm saying. So I'm going to still say fuck. I'm still going to say shit. I'm still going to say piss. I'm still going to say cunt. I'm still going to say all the swear words that I want to, because that's how I fucking speak, goddammit. Don't fucking police the way that I goddamn talk. This is not directed at you specifically if you didn't say some shit like that, but like, this is directed at motherfuckers that say shit like that, trying to police the way that I talk, goddammit, because like, that's really fucking annoying, bro. Like, that's extremely fucking annoying. Let me see if I can get 10. How many do you want? Taco ticklers. Oh, I'm playing Schedule 1, just letting you guys know. The footage that you're actually watching right now is from a first take that I actually tried to make with this whole legendary yapping before, but it didn't go the way that I wanted to, because I wasn't actually up to the energy that I really see myself being at. And why don't I just record the fucking gameplay now, since I'm actually at the energy that I want to be at currently? I don't know why, but you know what? We ball. Fuck it. You're just going to be watching the things that I'm doing in this game, and it's not going to fucking match a single goddamn thing that I'm actually talking about in fucking real time, because it doesn't fucking match. Like, it's funny as shit, but it's stupid it's stupid of me to do that at the same time. But fuck it, it's going to be a running gag that I got going on now. This is pre-recorded footage that I'm showing you, but I'm actually playing fucking Schedule 1 actively while I'm talking to you. So that's kind of a whole fucking thing. But aside from that, let's get into what is the next segment? The rap behind the scenes. I don't really know if I have anything behind the scenes to look at right now. Actually, I do. So I'm actually working on a script for a story time right now, and I believe that I'm getting into the but behind the scenes. In terms of behind the scenes, what I can tell you guys right now is I actually did upgrade my laptop, so I actually got more RAM in my laptop. So if you actually follow me on Instagram, you would see that I actually upgraded my laptop to have at least 32 gigs of RAM in it. So now I'm actually able to more conducively edit storytime videos on the go, because Source Filmmaker doesn't crash on my laptop anymore. So that's a fucking plus. That is fucking, I was about to say poggers. Oh my God. But in terms of poggers, where that's usually coined, Twitch, I am going to try extremely hard to stream on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And that is for the people in... Oh, God, I just fucking farted so goddamn hard. I might need to check my drawers after this. What the fuck was that? Why the fuck did I say that? Oh, God. What time is 4 p.m. EST in all time zones in the USA? What time is 4 p.m. EST in all time zones in the USA? So, winter... Okay, so 4 p.m. based on Eastern Standard. 4 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time is 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Arizona Time, 12 p.m. Alaska Time, and 11 a.m. Hawaiian time. I strongly doubt that I have any viewers that's watching me from Hawaii, but I feel like I should cast a large-ass net to make sure that everybody has the information that they should have. Because if I'm going to do something, I might as well make sure that everybody has the information, you know? Now, the game that I'm going to be streaming is going to be something like, I actually saw a game on TikTok a couple minutes ago that actually looks really fucking fun, and it's actually 55% off right now. I'm gonna do a hunt showdown stream. That game looks very fucking interesting, and I really want to get into that game because it looks super fucking fun. It came out in 2018. Jesus. Fuck it. If it's old, I don't give a shit. So I really like the way that this game looks. It looks really fun, and I think I should give it a try because, hey, why not? But if there's a game recommendation that you would give for me to stream on Saturday, post it in the comments down below. I would love to hear your input, and I would want to make sure that this is actually entertaining for all of you guys as well. Actually, let me see if this game is even active anymore. Are the servers even fucking up? They say this game is like a fucking player versus environment, like a PvE game, or like is this like a story mode game? Is this single player? Is it single player? Yes, you can play it solo. Okay, cool. You can play it solo. That's good. At least you can play it solo and still have fun with it, and you can still because I thought the servers were dead. But turns out it's getting a resurgence most likely because I started seeing it more and more in my fucking recommendeds on TikTok. So fuck it. We'll fucking play that game again. Well, not again, but like we'll play it for the first time because I thought it was interesting. I just thought the game was interesting. It gives off a vibe of like fucking Dead by Daylight meets fucking Tarkov meets Resident Evil. You know, that's what it gives off. That's the vibe it gives off, and it looks fucking cool. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then share it with your aunts, your uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your aunts, your sisters, your mothers, your brothers, your next door neighbors, your fucking dog, your cat, whoever you feel would actually enjoy this type of stuff and would actually enjoy having something on in the background to keep them company, or at the very least listen to while they're playing video games. Share it with them as well. And make sure you actually follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And I even have a Tumblr. Follow me on all the social media links. Follow me everywhere. Make sure that you're always following LilSauceLegend, but don't follow me in real life because I will scream. And make sure you join the Discord server at sauceclan.com with 2 N's. That's sauceclan.com with 2 N's in order to join the conversation and be a part of the active community that's going on in the Discord server. And make sure that you're taking care of yourself up and foremost. Beyond all that, get some water, get some breakfast, and as always, love all you and stay saucy, guys.